this always makes people laugh, but like I'd never played my guitar in front of an audience until like, I think it was in August of 2015, so almost 3 years ago. I just figured I was doing it entirely wrong, and the idea of like going in front of people and being like, hey, look, I've done this thing entirely myself, and having them be like, was just, you know, like it's like crippling or whatever. And so
if we play with a band that seems inexperienced, I think they're brave. And towing that line of like brave and also a little bit stupid, like why are you playing in front of people yet? Because hey, it's scary. It was so scary to me.
And I'd never really sang before, so I'd like lock myself in our bathroom in our dorm room, and I would turn the shower on so that nobody could hear me try and sing. But I really loved writing songs, and so I would just sit in my bedroom and write songs. And like I had gotten accepted into the Peace Corps. It was the approach of, you know, if I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like every time I would watch a documentary as a kid about my favorite bands, every one of them would say, go out and play music live, go out and tour. I played like 13 shows, and then I went on tour when I first started. And I was like, because that was the tour that Jake and I met on. And like, I think in the last 2 years, like we played like 170 shows or something like that.
Went on a tour 2 years ago, I think. City Hall, I'm the co-founder at the time that Hayden was just solo, acoustic guitar co-founder. And we were all crammed in this Plymouth van. Such a blast. Got to know each other, got to hear the songs, and I would sort of hear in my head ideas of backing stuff for the maybe potential band. And neither of us can really remember how it first started that we were playing together. It was just sort of like in my mind, like we weren't playing together, and then I was playing drums with Hayden, the co-founder. That's kind of the origin story. I don't know.
I'm really inspired by arrangements, thinking about ways like that you can write a song like almost like you would physically write a story. The first part is the hook, just so you get them into it, and then you like get them excited or you get them invested, and then this chorus hits and you have this release of emotion, and then you suck it back down, and then you just kind of like and finding cool ways to tweak that.
So we recorded the whole new album in this house. There's a room upstairs that's like an office that we kind of converted into our little mixing studio. We run cables into the bathroom to record vocals, down through the laundry chute into the garage for the drums. That was like our drum booth. And I guess I should mention that this is also the house that we live in. This is Hayden's parents' house that we watch over while they're overseas teaching. And so we live here and record here and putting in work as many days as we can. Hayden's pretty good about having deadlines, and we're trying to finish it by the time we go down to South by Southwest in March.
A lot of our older songs are the lyrics aren't super biographical or like not super specific, and they're kind of open-ended, and like some of the lyrics on this new record are, but it's like the heaviest song that I've ever written. When I was 16 years old, I tried to hang myself in my parents' living room. And I've tried to write about it before, and it's been a thing that's like always been really hard to talk about and really hard to kind of acknowledge and like understand in a productive way. But to try and like write and like just put it out there and like give it, you know, just give it to the world or whatever. And it feels really good for me to like be on stage with my two friends and like singing about this event in my life, and like having them right there with me the whole time and like playing the song while we're all like super like rocking out or whatever. And like it kind of harkens back to like, I know how important music is for me, and I know how important it was for me when I was at different points in my life, that being one of them. And like to drive around the country and show up in like the middle of some small town and like see this many kids who are just living and dying this music and the bands that they love, and it's like, it's no bullshit. They care about it in a way that's like, that just totally resonates with me. And feeling that connection with kids and like with people that you never really met before kind of just makes you want to dive deeper into it.
It's easy to get caught up in the whole creative process when you're deep in it and you're like, nothing else exists but this music, like my music. And then I do have an appreciation when I step away from that for all that is going on as well, and spread Bellingham bands to other people who are like, yeah, this is rad.
Our friend Luke played with us for like a year and a half or so, and on this new record, a lot of the bass tracks are stuff that is like the parts that he wrote while we were on tour. He decided to take a step back, and so like Nico just kind of like popped in or jumped in, and like Nico is such an integral part of this music scene. Like I've been listening to his bands since I was like 18, 19 years old. Like having him out there is and having him play with us has been such a fun, awesome experience. And like he wrote some stuff for the new record too, and so just like part of the band. Like he's not any less of a member than Jake and I at all. Like he got called into work early because I think one of the other delivery drivers, their car blew up last night, is what he told me. So he's a total character, but he does, at least I feel he has a calming presence on me, and I really appreciate it, and I really like him. I really like him a lot. I think we're gonna keep him forever in the basement.